Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Micah Let's Play, and guess who I am? I'm Micah, because who else would I be? Okay guys, as you can clearly observe on your television, I am playing more Beacon Pines. Now in our last episode, we had a stirring scene where it's a whole thing happened, where Iggy and Mr. Kerr were removed from the story permanently. And Luca walked away into Destiny with his new weird little friend named Nat. Now, I can redo that same story thing again and refuse Iggy's request to let them go and watch us drop off and get pulled out, but you know, Mr. Kerr's goons will get us. So that seems kind of fruitless. But then, while I was away, then I noticed when you fight Iggy in Hazardous Heckling, you could tickle him instead of doing the strange thing and something else would happen. But then upon my perusal, I found, remember when Fire and Ice happened, you know, when Mr. Kerr, it's a whole thing, he started humming before we dropped him in the hole. I saw this, I was like, oh, the hum is back at Fire and Ice. So I'm going to play this section real quick, and then we'll go, if we can, depending on what happens next, to Hazardous Heckering, or something like that. But anywho, let's see what happens. Okay, so basically after everything, in the silence, he began to, instead of weep, we're gonna say hum. So let's see what.
In the stillness, he began to hum.
Well, sorry, I said silence, stillness.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay.
Oh, wow.
That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
That's really beautiful. Oh, wow.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation. The incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Oh.
A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself.
Oh no.
Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Oh my god, this is too cute! Oh, I feel that. Oh wow, this is really good. Oh, so good. This is really beautiful. Like this is the first recording of the day and I'm already tearing up.
lifted his head in astonishment.
Oh.
The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who called me that are my mom or my dad and your mother. What?
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face.
Wait, I'm so confused. Okay.
He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees.
Okay.
Something about her was undeniably his mother.
What?
Only smaller, older, changed.
She must have gotten the goose somehow. Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother.
This is so cute.
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Oh, goodness. Eleanor? I thought you were gone? You should have known I would have never abandoned my son. This is, well, hey.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? Those words were probably best saved for another, but we'll continue. I never left you, Luca. I was always right here. I never left you. I was always here, Luca. True. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca. But I did it to keep you safe. In this scenario, you understanding the danger, I get it. I thought it'd be better. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. Oh, you could have trusted me. I know, but you're a kid and there's only so much you can do, you know? These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. Facts. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Ain't that the truth? Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. That's what he said. Literally. I've tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire. Hallelujah.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth. There you go, girl.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching it for answers.
Wow. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. You don't understand. He always wins. He who? You know? Oh, he must be talking about Sharper, but...
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen.
Oh, I think I called it Liquamine. So Tempus Liquamen. That's what the little guy was talking about, Nat.
There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
That's how she got changed. And that's what happened to Iggy also. And that's what change is all about. I like the little footstep sound. Grabbing Faith by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice, it is. And I'm tickled pink that we are all about making this choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvests only exist to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. That's what Nat was talking about. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Wow, okay. Imagine such a thing. It's absurd, just plain impossible, right? And just plain impossible. They promised they would fix the foul harvest. They told us that they would clean things up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid Miss Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to get the whole town to gather together in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what it is, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am proof. Yep. I am Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, Aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all know Valentine's fertilizer. Was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry for this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Two-timing? Okay, well, hey. Nuncree got a spine. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It's just easier to look the other way. No, it was just easier for you to look the other way. The truth is... Solomon? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncree.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
What? Yes, sir? The fuck? Take them away. No, I want them to see this. That's Sharper Valentine. It's not a child. That is Sharper. Oh, okay, I'm certain of it. Oh my God. The ever and tempestuous, excuse me. The ever tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite a thorn in my side. Like a weed that's bearing in where it doesn't belong. Burrowing where it doesn't belong. I must confess you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Wow. Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, wow. I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent ramblings. Whoa. No matter. Your failures are yours to bear. Talk about mic drop. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing auditory. Oh wow, oratory. Well, there you go. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quite quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon. Recompense? What the fuck?
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
I know the fuck they did. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
What did I tell you? Oh my God.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh, wow. He's like bouncing around.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
Yeah, the fuck it is. What? No. I like his like the way they made it sound. That's cool. Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite an improvement. Quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear with the two and reveal the sign. William. Oh, what? Sharper Valentine Festival? Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Wow. Sharper, you malicious bastard. Malice. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. Remember, because he had the tool store or repair store. We ain't gonna let you get away with this again. Wait with it getting. Sorry, this isn't the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
This is insane. You coward! Oh my god, does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Do you really truly, did you truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. Damn, talk about some big dick energy over here, and not in a good way. You people should be celebrating my return. You were clearly lost without me. Actually, honey. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent could give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. That is definitely Lady Dimitrescu in male form. Let's go. I like this dog now. Okay. I don't even know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Wow. Eris, you failed me with consistently admirable consistency. Truthfully, thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focusing on cementing our legacy. Legacy. Who needs a legacy when I can live forever? But what about it? It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffered from a complete lack of imagination. Damn, gut punch. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without his help. See? I think you said enough. Nonsense, the people need to know how helpful and loyal you've been, twisting the motherfucking knife. I only did what I did because you left me no choice. There it is in black and white. You've always had a choice, Joseph. You were just too simply weak to take it. Mic drop. Mic drop. No matter. Cheer up. You'll be richer beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. It's an aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Will those who haven't already flitted away any of my goodwill, down. Beacon Pines is mine again. And I am willing to share the spoils for exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ah. You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? If I misread that word, I'll read it over. Done. I suppose it's time to give you your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
Wow. You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Triumphant, return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and blink this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take a bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, Fezbin extraordinaire at your service. Wait, wasn't he in the library? Wasn't that a book in the library, I think? Founder, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. I knew it. Wait. So this Kerr, so this Kerr was a patsy the whole time. A play on word, I love it. Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop us from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I now know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make these fears manifest for each one of you who steps out of line. Bitch, say what? The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. the young hero. I've been keeping an eye on you, boy. You and your friends have made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. Wow. But that's fate for you. You can't do this! Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ah!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough with the chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Holy shit.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now.
Yep.
You can feel it, right?
I can.
We can't let Sharper win.
No.
He might just be the key to this whole thing.
He is.
Let's see.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Tickle and see what happens when we do hazardous heckling. So instead of busting out the strange with Beck, we're gonna bust out the tickles and we'll see what happens. So does she tickle Tish or does she tickle Iggy? That means Iggy comes back, but Iggy doesn't learn a valuable life lesson. OMG, are you guys ready to go and see how this all plays out? This game is so fucking good, and I cannot wait to do my review.